Okay, so I have another image which is pretty worn out and I would like to edit it and correct it in Photoshop. So let's right click, open with Photoshop. The first thing we are going to do is crop the image. Cut out the white parts, the parts you don't want, and click on the tick. And here we have the image we would like to edit. The first tool we would be using after the crop tool is the spot healing tool. This would basically clean out most of the spots on the image, which will make the other parts of the editing easier. You can also kind of adjust the brightness, the contrast, and the color curves. I would not be showing that in this video though. Now let's correct these scratch marks. While when we're correcting these scratch marks which are on some pattern like the suit, I would advise you not to drag it because it kind of merges two patterns together. Rather click, click, click and correct it so that it doesn't mix up two kind of patterns. We're kind of done except these paper cut marks which we'd obviously heal. And I think this is one, and I think there's one more spot left which is in the middle, right? Now after this, you can actually pretty much use it the way it is. If you like the background to be patchy and to look like, an old photo or vintage photo kind of thing, you can turn it into black and white and just print it out. Or if you want to correct the background a little bit, we can start by using a clone stamp tool. Now, when you click on Alt, you can sample a part of the image and then use that part to be cloned on other places. Plus sign shows the place where it's copying it from, right? Now let's do the real deal. This thing requires quite a lot of patience. If you're not comfortable with being that much patient, then you can just use the patched background and just let it be vintage. So yeah, let's correct it with the clone tool now. Now there's another way in which you can do this. One is the clone tool, and actually it's better if you use a combination of both things. So let's do the clone tool thing, and the other way is you can take the brush, you can again sample colors, and you can just color the patched parts and then clone it and then color it and clone it, and it'll give you more like a gradient look. On the other hand, if you want the background to be totally flat, like a totally plain blank color, it's better that you use the quick selection tool and cut out the part you don't want. So right click, layer via cut, and remove the background and just color it with a paint bucket. It's up to you which one you want, but these are the two ways you can do it. Now I prefer more like the gradient one, but it's obviously up to you, and then you can print it out and frame it again. It's as good as new.